All right, Ford Focus 2012 thermostat replacement. I'm just going to go through kind of briefly what I've gone through so far to pull this guy out. Thermostat is inside of this housing unit, and I guess maybe that's the OEM part there. But I just kind of want to show you what all I had to go through to get this bad boy. So it's 3 bolts in here, 8 millimeters. All right. And then I'm going back in with this one here. Everything seemed to line up pretty good. But I do want to just quickly show you, I did go ahead, other mentions of taking this off, make your life a whole lot easier if you take the light off, okay? Just two bolts, or 2 screws rather, here. One on that side and one on the opposite side. So you take those 2 out and put them somewhere where you're not going to forget them, here and here. Then once you get the light out here, you have this plug here. So you have to push in, or I think push out this guy. Push out right there and pull that out. I used a flathead to kind of push it out. It was kind of stuck in there. So when we go back, we go in the same way. Okay, so pull that off, take the light, set it to the side. Then the hard part is, of course, getting in. This makes it a whole lot easier, though. Like my light is off, so sorry about that. But down in here is where the housing, which again I'll go ahead and stick this one back in. This little plus, you see that little notch goes up top there. The 2 screws on either side, and then the one on the bottom. And I did get to all of these from the top, just FYI. So I'm just gonna stick this back in here. Again, it's kind of tight, so you have to work it a little bit, get the holes lined up, which right now they are. But I also want to talk about the hoses. So here's one hose. Let's see, you can't see it here, and I don't want to pull it off because, but right there, see, can I get some more lighting here? Can't see it, but one go on the top and one on the bottom, and I pull the bottom one off first, and I did use my pry bar to pull that off, and the same for the top. So you kind of need these tools here. I use this pry bar to basically go down in here and pull that hose off, the top one and the bottom. I did the top one first, then the bottom, and then eventually I just moved the reserve over, and the reserve have these little clamp slots here and one in the back here, so they'll go back over there and basically sit like that. And then you put the clamps back onto the thermostat there. Again, I'm sorry I don't have the lighting down in here, but that's this hose here. It's one that's already trying to get back on by itself here. That guy there goes onto the smaller one, and then the larger one is down here. I pushed it to the side. So it's not a lot to it. It's just getting to those bolts, and the one you just kind of have to feel by hand and just kind of feel it. And I did see one trick of you going to the top with one hand and then the bottom through here with the other hand, and one hand kind of feels out the bolts, and then the other one using this 8 millimeter with a short extension on it, and it kind of goes in the bottom, and you can kind of guide it with one hand as you kind of feel your way with the other hand. So one hand up top, one at the bottom, get to that very bottom bolt there. And it just takes some time and patience. So I think the whole job really took, right now, I'm about 10 or 15 minutes in. Probably another 10 minutes or 15 minutes if I can get these bolts in at the bottom part. You know, about a 20, 30-minute job if you got your tools that you need. You will need the these needle nose to kind of pinch the clamp to pull off the hoses. Use that one for the top, and then this longer one for the bottom one. And if the clamp is turned in a direction where you can't get at it, use your crowbar to twist it up to where you can get the pliers on it. So that's just a little advice about that, problems I ran into. But again, not a big, not too bad of a job. Just got to have the right pieces of tools, flat heads, and this crowbar is really handy for sticking down there and pulling it out. So I hope this is helpful. Again, sorry I didn't have my light was ran out. So we'll have to get that charged back up. And, give me a like if you get some benefit out of this, but definitely you want to remove this light. That's just, it's 2 screws and a plug. Makes your life a whole lot easier trying to get in there to change that thermostat. All right, talk to you later.